Hi, Raghavendra. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, so I'm just explaining yesterday's class. So they have practiced the program. So there are few errors. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So how to share my screen? Can you log in here? Meeting link. Meeting link. Can see. I have logged in from there, right? I should log in from here to see this, to share this screen. One second. Others, can you send me? ఉందా అంటున్నది మీటింగ్ లింక్ ఉంది కదా పంపాను నేను ఫార్వర్డ్ చేస్తాను వన్ సెకండ్ సో లెట్ మీ షేర్ దట్ జూమ్ అయిపోయింది అవునా just try it once otherwise I'll share. It's not taking any ID. One second. This is 4728971736. I can join. Open your mail ID. and see. You got the link or not? Before that, Raghavan, any queries yesterday's class?
Hello.
Yeah, any queries on
Yeah, no,
yesterday's?
sir. No, sir.
Okay, fine. So you have practiced it, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, fine. So meanwhile, just I'll iterate the yesterday's class. See what we have discussed yesterday. Meanwhile, you can log in. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about constructor. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay, so constructor and types of constructor. See, meanwhile, you can log in. We'll discuss one private constructor, then we'll finish that and because that he's waiting there. But meanwhile, you can log in. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm just reiterating the today's class. So what is a constructor, types of constructor? So see guys, like constructor, we have constructor is like a special kind of a method. See, what does it mean? Like, it is also a method, but special kind of a method. There is a slight difference between a normal method and a constructor. Okay. So by default, access modifier for a constructor is public. So because let's say if we have two classes, program class and an employee class. If you want to access employee class members from program, what we have done, we have created an object for employee. So to access this employee class outside the class, see, let me go to definition. If you want to access this employee outside, if you don't give a public to this constructor, what is the error we are getting here? So because it's inaccessible due to its protection level. See, so to access employee class from outside the employee class, if you want to access, so we should decorate this with a public property or public access modifier, sorry, access modifier, then it will allow you to access that. So that is the point. And constructor is used to create an object of a class, and constructor must have an explicit return type. No explicit return type. See, we don't have any return types for this constructor. Public, just class name. Constructor name must be same as the class name, right? Then what is the second thing? So we have two different types of constructors. One is default constructor. So default constructor means constructor class will create this default constructor automatically if you didn't give that default constructor, and it won't take any parameters. This is a default constructor. And parameter, what is a parameter? So see, public void int a comma int b. We have two parameters. We can take any data type parameters. Like I can take string, I can take bool, I can take double, decimal, anything, float. What are all the data types we have? We can take it as a parameter. Okay. And difference between a constructor and a parameter, like constructor is used to initialize an object, method is used to expose the behavior. Means, see, constructor is used to create an object. See, employee emp is equal to new employee. Here, what is the use of constructor? To create an object. Then what is the use of a method? To expose the behavior. See, here add public void add. Here method is exposing the add behavior. If you are calling that add method, so it is like, so okay, we are adding two numbers or three numbers, XYZ. So the main use of this method is addition, right? Means like some behavior. But when it comes to constructor, employee emp is equal to new employee means it is creating an object. So there is a slight difference between those two. And constructor must have no return type, and method must have a return type. Void is also a return type, but it won't return anything, null value. Okay. Constructor must be same as a class name, but method we should give any name other than the class name. Okay, we can give you user defined name. Constructor will invoke implicitly, means like the class will invoke the constructor implicitly. No need to call that object name dot constructor name, right? But method we should invoke explicitly. Okay. Second one is parameterized constructor. So a constructor with at least one parameter is called parameterized constructor. Here we have passed two parameters. This is a parameter constructor, copy constructor. See, here constructor which creates an object. Here we have created an object. See, not that one. Here we have created an object by copying variables from another object. Here we are copying from EMP to EMP1. See, we are giving EMP to EMP1, right? From right to left. So we are assigning EMP to EMP1. Means we have created EMP1 by copying object from EMP. That is the, so we cannot copy EMP comma EMP2 like that. Okay, I will discuss that later. Okay, that's a good valid question. But because EMP, it has a memory location for employee, again it will override with the EMP data. EMP1 is override with the EMP data. Okay, if you want to override two, so it won't possible. Okay. Next one is static constructor. What is a static constructor?
Static constructor means Memory already loaded in the class.
So when the class is loading, memory will be allocated for all static members, whether it is a static constructor, static variable, static method, static field, anything. Memory will be allocated for static members when the class is loading. No need to create an object again. Okay. And we should call static members with class name. See, here we should call employee dot addition. Here we are calling with an object name emp1.add. This is a non-static instance member. But if you see here, employee is a class name dot addition. Here we are calling this static method with a class name. That is the point. We should call static members with a class name. Okay. So instance means we should create an object. Okay, explicitly, and we should call instance name with the help of object name. This is the object, right? And static constructor doesn't allow access modifier. See, I think yesterday we have discussed this. Let's say I have a static constructor. I want to take I want to declare in TA what it is displaying. So constructor must be parameterless. It won't allow parameters and it won't allow data type as well. See, not data type. So what is the other one? So static construct must be parameterless. It doesn't allow access modifiers. Let's say, let me give private. Access modifiers are not allowed. Access modifier, public, private, protected. If you take anything, it won't allow. Okay. Parameters, it won't allow parameters. It won't allow access modifiers. Important thing, yes, it will so interview point of view also, it is very important. Memory will be allocated when the class is loading. A class can have only one static constructor. Let's say I want to take one more static constructor. It won't take because we cannot differentiate a static constructor. So non-static constructor we can differentiate because it has a two parameter. We can give, it is a three parameter. We can give two parameter. Means like we can differentiate, right? This got it? Like see, we can differentiate this parameter. How we can differentiate this? See, I just copied same thing, same. I just I can differentiate by removing one parameter or by adding one parameter. Anything is fine, right? Because non-static constructor, it will allow parameters, but static constructor, it won't allow parameters. Let's say this static employee skeleton is same and this syntax is same. Why it will allow duplicate? Simple code. Because if it allows any parameter, it is like unique, right? But it won't allow parameters and it won't allow return type, like access modifier. See, so that's why a class should have or must have only more than one non-static, one static constructor and more than one non-static constructors, right? A class must have only one static constructor, and we can give more than one non-static constructor. That is called as constructor overloading. That is a different concept, I'll tell you. So for now, just concentrate here. So any queries as of now? Is it clear? Raghavendra?
Clear, sir.
Okay. I think Prakash didn't join or join. Okay, so fine, that is fine. Okay, then the next constructor is private constructor. So what is the use of private constructor? And so let's say, let me open this program and let's say, let me declare this as private. See, private constructor. So can we access from outside the class, the private constructor? Why?
Why? Because private are maybe within the class.
private means scope is local to that class or local to that method. Let's say emp3 is equal to new employee of, it is giving an intelligence with a 3 parameter, but we have declared private with a 2 parameter, right? We cannot access that. Then what is the use of a private constructor? So see, private constructor, so we can use it in well implementing a singleton design pattern. We have a design patterns, that is a separate topic, but in singleton design pattern, we use this private constructor. So while designing a singleton design pattern, while implementing a design singleton design pattern, okay, so we cannot create an object for a private constructor from outside the class, right? So one more thing is like by using private constructor. So let me type in as well. The second point I discussed. Correct, right? So from program class, we cannot create an object for a private constructor because of this access fire. We cannot create an object for a private constructor. And one more point. So private constructor. So one thing like the singleton class. So what is the use of this singleton class? See here, a private constructor is used to serve a singleton class. Then what is the use of singleton class? So private constructor, it won't allow. Firstly, that I'll tell you. So private constructor, let's say we can it won't allow you to create an object the second time. Okay, what is the use of singleton? Single means once, right? Singleton design pattern, what is the use of this design pattern means we should create object once and we can use it across your application. Let's say you have a 10 forms, we have designed 10 forms. Let's say if you take a Swiggy, so first you will navigate to login or registration, then login, then list of restaurants, then selected restaurant. In that selected restaurant also, all items we can select, we can add to the cart and go to the payment gateway. We can apply the coupon and we'll do the payment and it will track the map, right? We have n number of stages. So if you create one singleton class, we can use it across the steps or across the forms, right? So the main use of singleton means we should create, it will allow you to create an object once. It won't allow you to create multiple times same object. It will restrict singleton. It will allow you to create an object once and we can use across the application. That is one of the design pattern, but for now just I'll explain you later. That is like a big concept, like design patterns altogether for experienced candidates. Okay, for freshers, like you can concentrate now. A private constructor is used to serve a singleton class. Okay, then so a private it will restrict you to create an object more than once. It will restrict, or else we can ensure that like private limits. Okay, using private we can ensure that no more than one object. So I'll tell you in a sentence way. I have created one PPT here. Okay, 1 second. So if you see using a private constructor, so it will ensure that a private constructor, can ensure that no more than one object can be created at a time. So important note, see, the main use of these, so private constructor is when we have only static members. When we have only static members, we'll go with this private constructor. If your class have entire all the static members, then only you'll go with this private constructor. Okay. It provides the implementation of singleton class pattern. So let me see. This is a private constructor. Let's say. Or else student count will be. Here, I took one static variable, which is our type public. Okay, public static int student count equal to 10. Let's say number of students in the class is like 10. Let's say. So here I created one static method. See, public static int increment student count. So return, I'm just returning this student count because here my return type is integer. I can return only integer, right? Student plus plus means I'm incrementing one. It should return 11 now. If I call this because student count is 10. If I call this, it will return plus plus means incrementing by 1, 11. So let's see, can we create an object for this or not? Okay. And I think I can, instead of this, see guys. So I have one control X. For B, and I'll take only one parameter. Okay, int student count, let's say. Okay, so I'm assigning this student count equal to std count. Till now, any queries? See, I just took one parameter. I'm assigning that parameter to this variable. So for now, I'm not assigning any value because I want to pass value here. See, employee dot student count. Let's say, let me call this student count directly. Can we? Because this is a variable, right? What no overload method takes one parameter. See here, or else directly we can say one thing. We can take this. So this is a private constructor with the public properties. Okay, fine. So int num. What's it? Okay? So consider that this is a static method. I can call the static members with the class name. Class name dot increment student count. I'm just passing one. Let me comment this for now. Just concentrate here how it is navigating. Then I will tell you the private constructor. Okay. See. We have some build error. Right. Okay. Let's comment this. Or let me remove this. It's not required for now. So before running any program, just before running anything, just build the solution. Okay. If you have any errors, it will display here all the errors. Okay. Build started and zero errors. See? No, one error. So let me click here and see what is that. So addition, I have removed the method, right? Then this one save and click on build and build solution. Build succeeded. So let me run this program. So let me go line by line. See. So it hit the static method increment. So what is the number I have passed here? 8. So here I'm incrementing. So it should return 8 plus plus means incrementing by 1. It should return a 9 actually. So I'm not printing that. See, now what it is returning, we can check it in the quick watch. How much of value I have incremented? 1 means like so now it should be a 9, but we did one mistake here. See, I just incremented this number, but I didn't assign this number to this, right? Otherwise we can see, is it clear? See, here my parameter is number. I'm just incrementing this number only because it is local to this method, right? And I can say console dot or else we can say incremental values. Why to increment a value? Let's say now any new member joined in the organization. Let's say We can call this method and we can count that method, number of students, and we can store it in a DB, right? Let's say now we have a 10 members, right? So maybe a new member join, let's say. So we can call this method, means like it will increment the number automatically, and we can store the student number of students in a database. So just for understanding, I'm just telling you, so how to call a static method.
Members of three members, then what we do.
2 members, 3 members in this?
Yeah, one, we gave one, but we want two.
Plus 2. Plus means 1. Okay, plus 2 means it will return to. See. You want to increment by 2. You want to increment by 5. Plus means 1. If you can give plus 2, and we'll see. It should return 10 now, right? I gave a parameter as 8. 8 plus 2, 10 it should be. See the output straight away. I just incremented by 2. If you want to increment by 10, plus 10. Okay. Plus means 1 plus 1, increment by 1. Okay. So this is like an increment operator. You can take like increment operator. How to increment a value. So this is the syntax. You can write that increment operator as well. Okay. We can take any number. Like if you want to increment by 100 also, we can increment. Okay. That is your choice. But general plus 1, we cannot do plus 1. Instead of plus 1, you can do plus to increment by 1. Fine. See, here we are discussing something. Okay. Is it clear till now? Raghavan, is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Yeah. What is a private constructor? Private constructor is used to serve singleton class, or else it provides implementation of singleton pattern, singleton class pattern. That is very important thing. So everywhere we use the singleton pattern only. Okay. So a private, let's say if you see, if you have a 10 form, so top side, if you see your name will be displayed, login user. If you take any website, most of the website is login username. So if it is like some ABC is a login user and password, if you enter that, if you navigate to 10 forms also in the top, if you see logged in user. If you log out, it will show you log out, but login ABC. It will display, right? Most of the websites. So in that scenario, we'll use this singleton plan. Okay. And what is the next topic? Is it clear till now? అర్థం కాదు ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాం ఓకే కంపైల్ చేస్తాం ఓకే సో మెయిన్ థింగ్ is like, let's say if you write any line here, first it will compile and execute. Okay, internally see build. If you build the solution, so it will check the syntaxes. It won't run. Okay, if you click on F5 debug, start debugging, it will start executing the line. Compilation is different, execution is different. Compiling means we are cross checking whether there is any error. Compiling, we are compiling line by line whether before running anything. So we are just like a normal check whether we have written all the code properly or not. Compile time errors is different, runtime errors are different. So let's say if you see, I forgot to terminate the line, semicolon. So here it was highlighted in a red color. See, and what is the error it is saying? Expected, semicolon expected. This is a compile time error. See, build the solution. We are building the solution before running. Okay, compilation is different and execution is different. Okay, this is a compile time error. It didn't compile means because it has some error. See, now let me click build again. Build succeeded. Now there are no errors right now. Maybe runtime error in the sense. Let's say if you want to add two numbers, a plus b, it should return a C value, let's say. But if I enter a string value and a numeric value, see here, same example. If you can, if you, uh, so if you see int of, so let's say I want the addition of these three numbers. Where is that method? See, here I want the addition of three numbers, let's say, but I gave a minus. But my logic is to add addition of three numbers, but I gave minus. So I didn't see, but compile time error, it won't throw a compile time error because minus is also an operator. Build succeeded, see. But if you see here, when I'm invoking that add method, so the output will vary. So it won't add these three numbers, right? See, something it will return like a wrong output. My necessity is to add addition of three numbers, not addition of a minus b plus c, right? So here you should see this is like one of the logical error, but runtime error, if you see, let's say runtime error is different. This is a logical error. See, logically I want to add three numbers, but here I am doing a minus b plus c. That is a logical thing. But runtime errors, if you see, division of, let's say, 1 second. I'll copy one more method. I'll take one more method, guys. See. So now I'm performing a division operation and A by B, right? What is the division operation? A by B. Here, from here, and let me call that method. Division of can be divided. Can you give a 0? Why?
Because 0 will be
Yes. That is a runtime error. See, I'll show you that. See, 1 by 0. So it will throw you division by 0 exception. Okay, that is a runtime error. Let me build the solution once. It won't give you any compile time error. See, build succeeded. Even though my data is not correct. Just try to concentrate here. Okay, just let me execute. That is fine. Addition I have done. Let me go to F10. A is 1, B is 0. Okay, let me execute next line. See, it will throw you one error. What is the error? Attempted to divide by 0. 1 by 0 we can't do, right? So it will throw you exception. What is the details to see? Divide by 0 exception. Here if you see. This is a like magnifier. We can see the error. Attempted to divide by 0. So this is a runtime error. See, even though my data is, I didn't get any compile time error. This is a runtime error, means I didn't provide a proper data. Compile time error is different, runtime error is. If you have a compile time error, it won't allow you to run the program. If you have a, so I don't have any compile time error. Okay, I can build the solution, I can run. See, my data is not correct. Now it will throw a runtime error. How to handle a runtime error? By using a try catch block. That is an exception handling, different concept. But this is a compile time error, and then this is a runtime error. This is a logical error. See, here if you do minus, this is a logical thing. Even though I'll get the output, I won't get any error, but logically, I want to do addition operation, but here I have used a minus operator. Okay, that is the three different scenarios. See, compile time error, runtime error, and a logical thing. Logical output is not, this is not an error. Logically, I didn't get a proper output because of the operation. Clear? Raghavan, this is clear? Hello. So let's say if I give 4 comma 2, what is the output? Let me disable all breakpointers and run. Is it there? Raghavan, is it clear? I think you are on mute.
Hello,
Yeah.
sir. I mean,
Yes, yes.
yeah, clear, sir, clear.
Let me run and see the output. Addition of two numbers is 6, addition of two. Incremented value is 8. But I should print this divided by 0. 1 second, let me console dot. So am I printing here? I'm printing here, right? So this is like division of two numbers. No need to print it again. Okay. Division of two numbers, 4 comma 2. 4 divided by 2 is like 2, right? See, the second one is division of two numbers. Incremented value is 8. That is fine. So this is called like a compile time error and runtime error. If you have a logical thing also, like we have discussed. Any queries as of now? Let me stop it. Okay, so we have discussed the private constructor and all this fine. So this is the next topic. Let me see. Where keyword. Okay. Let me take a new project. Or else can I explain here, right? No issue. See, in employee.cs, what is a where keyword? So here, if you want to declare an integer type, so if you want to take an integer value, we'll give it like int. If it is a string, we'll go with the string data type, double, decimal, or anything. Let's say if you go with a var, it will take see what is a var keyword. Var will take any type of data. Var is equal to see. See here, where now it will act like a string. See, class system dot string. Okay. So let me give 20. Now, what is the data type? You can see local variable int. So means let's take true. Now, what it became?
Boolean.
Bool. Or now let me give. So where means like it will take any type of data. So if you don't know the return type, let's say if it is an int string, it is fine. But in real time, so you will have, see, in program.cs, let's say I gave var emp1 is equal to emp. So emp of type employee. Now see emp1. It became an employee type. See, I'm cloning one object to another, right? So if you want to create an object for EMP1, I should give employee EMP1 is equal to new employee. But here, if you don't know the return type of that, here I know the return type as an employee, that is fine. In some scenarios, if you don't know the return type, you should give var, that's it. So it will convert based on the assigned value. Here, my assignment see, try to concentrate here. EMP is of what type? Employee type. See, EMP of what type? See, employee EMP. EMP is of what type? Employee type. Now, my left hand side where EMP1 will become employee. If I give 258, now 258 is of what type?
Int.
Int. So now where should convert like an integer. Clear? So now if I give float point, let's say double. So let's say if I give
Float.
5.2, we can take double. If you want to represent that as a floating point, we should give it like F. What is this? M for decimal. Okay. So if you didn't give anything, it will take it like a double. Is it clear till now? So where means it will take any type of data, whether it is int, string, employee. Employee is nothing but an object, right? We are passing EMP as an object. Here we are not assigning employee. See, it's a class file. How can we assign an employee directly? We should assign an object. Yes, an object. So now where will become like EMP1 now is an object of type employee. See, EMP1 is an object of type employee. Clear? This is employee class. Is it clear, guys? Okay, fine. So before going to the next topic, let me explain you the program what we have practiced. Prakash, sorry. Naveen, huh? Can you give me that? I'll explain you so that we'll move to the next topic then. 1 second. Open that Zoom link and share your screen.
Recording in progress.
Let me stop sharing. Hello. Raghavendra, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Going to see.
So here if you see, they have created a class. I'm getting it. Is it clear now? See, here you have created a class. Okay. So here I have a class PAN card. PAN, C should be capital. Okay. PAN card. What's it differently? See, public string PAN card number get setter. You should end with the curly brace. Okay. Then here this is a property. It should end with a flower brace, right? Not a normal regular C. Now control KD C. So here I have 4 properties: PAN card number, name, DOB, date of birth, and address. Okay. So now class program. Okay. I have a class, another class program static void my PAN card. Okay, or else we can take this like a small thing. Okay, no issue. PAN card, and PAN, or instead of PAN card. See, object starts with small thing like PAN card is equal to new PAN card. Now I should replace this with C, or else PAN card dot PAN card number is equal to. So here if you see PAN card number is like we should take it like an integer. Or else if you want to take string is also fine because to display only, right? See, or else okay, PAN card number. Okay, fine. I just assign one value and PAN card name. So you should give PAN card dot. You should access the class or member with a dot. See, here if you didn't give anything, npan space PAN card, how it will come? Just copy the program, right? See, let me control K C. See. So if you want to access anything, if you want to access any object of that particular class, object name dot, what is the next thing we should access? Name is equal to Naveen, right? No, PAN card dot, what is the next one? Date of birth, DOB. So like so 0905. Okay, PAN card dot, what is the last one? Address equal to, let's say, what is your address? What you get? Bobili, Vijayanagara. Fine. See, so we have assigned all the values to the object. Okay, just remove this. So previously we gave like PAN card space PAN card number. So while creating an object, PAN card object is equal to new. This till here we have created an object for PAN card constructor. So PAN card constructor internally create an object for PAN card class, right? So now we have access PAN card number. We have assigned all the things. See, the next thing what you have did like PAN card number is, this is the text you want to display. So, but why? So you have used this. See, concentrate here. PAN card number is space it plus C. plus we should end the statement there. PAN card number is, that is the text I want to display, plus I want to display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with the PAN card variable, PAN card dot PAN card number. See, till here, I want to display. So if you without this thing, if I display, how we will think like it will display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the console window. But what is the what with this number belongs to which thing? Like so, if you didn't give any proper details, 1, 2, 3, 4, it might be a PAN card number, it might be Aadhaar card number, it might be a driving license number, right? We should give. It refers to a PAN card, like PAN card number. This is a PAN card number. Otherwise, we'll think like it is like Aadhaar card number or else your driving license number, anything. See, then you did a mistake here. See, Naveen PAN card dot. We shouldn't give a variable inside a double quote. Okay, that is fine. You have tried, then you got the thing. So we shouldn't give like this. See, next I want to give a string again. What is the next one thing? Name. Name. Any question? Yeah. Here name is a text, but I want to display that value by using PAN card dot. Okay, is it clear? Then again a concatenation. I want to concatenate a text again because I want to display date of birth. Date of birth space plus PAN card dot DOB. Then I want to display address. Like you can say permanent address. Concatenation PAN card dot every line ends with a semicolon. Here, if you see, you just copied. So here, see, starts with console dot. Okay. So here I have a few more. I have few errors here. What are the errors? I have removed the open brace here. See. See, I will put a breakpoint in the main. So here, if you see, when the class is loading, memory will be allocated for memory will when the class is loading. Static members. If it is a class, if it is a memory will be allocated for static members. Okay. Here, if you see, main is a static. So I just give main static void main. So when the class is loading, memory will be allocated for static members. So that's why main is an entry point. So how main became an entry point? Because of this static. Clear? When the class is loading, see, allocated for static members and it will come here. Build plain solution. Let me see why it is not allowing. You took 2 classes. Okay, fine. So let me create a new one. See, it is throwing something right. Let me take.
For main, it has been written with the small letter m.
Sorry.
For main method, they have written the small m.
Small m, you mean to say.
Yes.
Let me clean, rebuild. I think you have copied something out of here. Where is the error it is throwing? Static void main. That is fine. PAN card is equal to new one. So let me create one more thing. So you have copied something, right? PAN card details, let's say. So static void main string args internal class. Okay, maybe we might miss some. Let me take a notepad. And I want a class. So I'm just copying this data. Out of class. Okay, I took one class, right? So static void main, I want these lines. That's it. Don't copy the line, just type in manually, okay? Because these predefined things will get some errors, okay? Bill. Bill 1 succeeded, okay? Let me put a break pointer here. Let me run the solution. See, because when the class is loading, memory will be allocated for a static members. Like now, the execution starts from a main, and let me go line by line. Now, object is created. I have the object now with address, date of birth, name, PAN card with the null values. By default, for string, it will assign a null value. Okay, because we didn't have anything to display. Okay. What is now if you say PAN card number 121 something right? Because I have assigned this line executed, the value is assigned to PAN card number and which is reflecting there. See, now let me go next line, date of birth, address, and if you see the object now, all the values were assigned. Let me hit continue. See, PAN card number is name, date of birth, and so if you want to give any space for a clear thing, see, just give a space here. Okay. PAN card number, PAN card details, number, so number, name, date of birth, and address. See the output now. PAN card details, number, name, date of birth, permanent address. If you want to display in the same single line, this is a fine. If you want to display it in a different line, /n or environment.new line. I told you right initially. So if you want to display anything, /n we can give before starting of that. let's say if you see not here, or else I want to display with the string, right? So name I can display in next line. See, date of birth, backward slash n. Okay. See, permanent address. See, let's save, build. If it is a small program, no need to build again and again. Like if it is a like 100 or 1000 lines of code, you should see. But let me remove the break pointer and see. PAN card details, number, name, date of birth, and permanent address. If you want to organize that in a clear view, let's say PAN card details, I can give PAN card details /n. Okay. Is it fine? So if we can use /n, or else we can give /n or plus C plus environment dot new line. Is it fine? So both the things, it will show you it will cut here, and from number it will display in next line. See. Number, name, date of birth, and permanent. So here I didn't use /n. Instead of /n, I have used environment dot new line. New line means it will go to the next line. So both the things. So I'll send you, so you can share across that, so that you will get an idea. Is it fine, guys? Is it clear? Okay, so constructor we have discussed, and where keyword we have discussed, and these programs. See, if you want to access anything, you should create an object for that, and object name dot, then only it should display. Okay, you shouldn't say like object name space. Okay, that is different. And /n, backward /n to new line, and environment dot new line also, it will display the string in a new line. Is it clear? Okay, I'll take a pause here. See, second, let me connect in my machine. Okay.
ఫస్ట్ ఇది ఇచ్చాను కంపల్సరీ పెట్టలేదు ఎందుకంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇలాగే ఇచ్చాను కదా పాన్ కార్డు నెంబర్ పాన్ కార్డు డాట్ పెట్టలేదు
ఇక్కడ నైట్ కరెక్ట్ చేసేవారు మళ్ళీ చేంజ్ చేసి
మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు చేయాలి
నేను ఇది ఇంకా అవ్వలేదని చెప్పి నేను చెప్పలేదు ప్రతిదానికి ప్లస్ పెట్టాను
ప్లస్ పెట్టకపోతే ఏమవుతుంది నేను ఎలా ఇచ్చానంటే ఈ కాలమ్స్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ నెంబర్ మీద దీనికి నెంబర్ లోపల ఇచ్చాను
Just practice similar. So we can stop taking your skill.
స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి
Okay.
YouTube.
Mute yourself. Okay. So what is a var? So C#, so